Five.
In Rumble on the K this weekend, transport yourself to an island of cool waves and hot competition.
Win by reaching 21 in 3v3 action, or, and this is what makes the event special, get up by 8 points and the game is yours.
Yep, you better keep your game consistent or you could take that early L.
Wah, wah.
Teams that are trailing will also receive a boost to make it more challenging for the leading team.
Enjoy this unique competition, amazing location, and double rep all weekend long in the event.
Welcome to an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV.
The WNBA season is tipping off May 16th, and if you haven't already, it's a great time to check out the W.
Absolutely. There's new features, new courts, and new faces. Take a look.
Fans of fast-paced basketball will want to check into the W and W Online in NBA 2K25.
Yeah, whether you want to play quick games, an entire career, your own My WNBA, or compete in 3v3 online matchups, there's a ton of fun waiting for you.
Want to build a My Player and establish a legacy? The W is your path to championships and becoming the greatest of all time.
In the W, you can make your mark on history with Pursuit of Greatness, keeping pace with the greats of the league through your career. You gain GOAT points with every milestone and GOAT moment as you guide your franchise through the years.
Earn VC, buzz, and progression points that unlock special perks. And if team control is more your style, you'll love My WNBA.
That's right, this immersive mode brings you control of a WNBA team like never before. And if you're looking for online play within the W, head to the W Online.
It's classic park action, 3v3 to 21. And here, you can really challenge your abilities to defeat others in the 2K community. Checking in with the community and getting tips on how to better your game is what we do best here at 2K TV.
And today we have former pro player and content creator Yay Not Gaming. He has so much knowledge to share. We're so excited to have you on the show today. So tell me about when you started to play NBA 2K.
So I got into NBA 2K back in high school. I want to say 2K7. I will end up being one of the best players in the school, so they had me play against people with other schools. Kind of made like a slight reputation in high school. Once I got to college, things changed for a little bit. I just got a lot more occupied with school and then kind of picked it back up. Started playing Pro-Am, and then once the NBA 2K League was announced, I started grinding and was able to make it to the league from there. So I've been playing the game since 2K7, so I'm an old head for real, for real.
I feel that. I'm an old head right here with you. So for you, someone who's really into competitive play and you play a lot of Pro-Am, what advice would you give to people looking to squad up with 4 of their teammates and climb the leaderboards in Pro-Am?
The best piece of advice would be to become a specialist in the role you have. Just because there's a lot of folks that kind of want to be well-rounded, but in those competitive modes, everybody kind of has a role. Everybody can't be Giannis. Everybody can't be KD all on the same team.
And then as a follow-up, when you play with your friends, do you guys determine what builds you're bringing in based on what you're best at, or do you do it by what role you're playing?
Yeah, like one thing I mentioned is that it's tough to get 5 folks on, so you got to really know what everybody's good at. So I think one thing you got to do as soon as you get on the in the party chat is say what build does everybody got, what makes the most sense before you head out there.
So you've had a really unique journey because like you mentioned, you made it to the NBA 2K League and won a championship. So I have to ask, for educating people to become better at NBA 2K, how has that experience helped translate to your skills?
Oh, yeah. So I played multiple positions in the Pro-Am circuit, and then be able to play shooting guard and lockdown at the highest level at the NBA 2K League, playing with a lot of teammates who are really experienced as well, who put a lot of hours in. So I got to learn a lot from them and from real game experience with a crowd behind you, by the way, back in those days. So being able to use all of that experience and bring it to a lot of these folks who are just trying to get the basics down, it's an easy transition, but still challenging just because I have a lot of work I got to put in.
And recently you had a video on YouTube talking about how to get better at everything 2K. So can you give us some pointers and things that you said in your video and expand upon those points?
Of course. So how to get better at everything on 2K, it really depends on where you want to start and where you're looking to go. So one thing I said in the video is if you're a point guard looking to navigate to another position like center, instead of just trying to learn in real time with your teammates, in that off time, it's good to go to a mode like play now, maybe go into an empty gym or go into the blacktop. Pick a player like Giannis if you want to work on your slashing ability. Pick a player like Jokic if you want to work on being able to run the offense from the center spot. Or if you want to just play like a defensive position, you might want to just challenge folks in my team, put some guys out there you think you want to be able to guard on ball with. And then it's an easier transition once you get into those competitive game modes like Ante Up, you want to rack up some VC, or in Pro-Am, you want to make some money schooling some old school 2K League players like me. So
now, you also made a series about how to use every badge in the game, and I find this fascinating because you cover it from the defensive badges to the shooting badges to the slashing badges. So my question for you is, what's your personal favorite badge in the game this year if you had to choose one?
Oh, if I had to choose one favorite badge, oh man, this is actually a tough one. My personal favorite actually is Rise Up.
Now listen to your old man 89 Gaming when I say this. Put this on gold if you have a center, 90 standing dunk, 66 vertical. Trust me, just do it. If you gotta use your cap breakers, then so be it, but just do it. Most one-on-one situations with this and Paint Prodigy, and in some double team moments, you'll be Giannis pretty much.
So Rise Up for sure.
And I know you show a lot of love to Blacktop on your channel. What's your favorite part about that mode?
It's funny to watch the AI go at it. I watched Steph Curry and Seth Curry play each other, and it looked like a backyard game of basketball. So it's funny to watch them go at it. This had to be my favorite thing, along with working on some skill stuff whenever I got some downtime.
And congratulations. Recently, you posted that you received 1 million views from your NBA 2K content. What is that like to you to be so well received by the 2K community?
Oh man, it's definitely a blessing. It's one thing to spend all these hours and time thinking of ideas, and the fact that 1 million folks were able to engage with it really shows me that the work that I put in is definitely paying off, and I just gotta thank God for that, and thank God for all the folks that are paying attention to the content and actually showing up and subscribing, liking, and commenting.
There it is. Well, Ye, thanks so much for your advice. I can't wait to check out some of your content to help my game get a little better. I could always score, an extra 5 to 10 points. And as for all of you, if you're not checking out his content, make sure to check back next week where Ye is going to take on the 2K TV Challenge against the 2K25 cover stars Jason Tatum and Vince Carter.
Welcome to Top Plays, everyone! Today, we're down to 4 winners from Season 6, and only one can take home the 100,000 VC. It's up to you. Let's see our finalists. My team hosts our first option from Irv Gotti. Dark Matter Brandon Roy crosses behind the back and slams it in your face. Full rotation, full send. We see this player card everywhere in my team. This is just one more reason, and one reason, if you will. Your second winner was the fake Mike Lowry. You love this steal and the behind-the-back blast away from the hot zone, all the way to the dunk zone. K-Ran took home the third victory, going old school with the screen and roll to the rim. That brick wall takeover grounded the defender like cement. Hey, did you catch the alley-oop that was ricocheted off the backboard? Legendary badges, doing work in Old Town. And your top assist was just joshing in the wreck, avoiding the near block and presenting the 2-for-1 alley-oop coupon. Don't discount this play. It saves the basket and showcases some real team chemistry on the fast break. 4 solid choices. Who you got? Vote now for your top play of Season 6 and winner of 100,000 VC. Only one will advance to Top Player of the Year voting, where they have a shot at 1 million VC and special prizes. Thanks for voting. See you next time.
And if you want to know which play wins your vote for best play of Season 6, head on over to our social media channels. We're at NBA2K_2KTV.
Until then, get out there, get some wins, make some plays, pass the ball a little bit, and hit some threes. And most importantly, enjoy the game.
Pass the ball. Come on. You can't say something and not take your own advice.
NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for spending Sunday evening with us. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. We'll see the New York Knicks taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Now, New York starting five. They've got James, and it's Chamberlain in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Yeah, smooth and focused. KD is so polished, so prolific.
Now here's Peyton. Here's James, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Man, good whistle there.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
2 shots.
And he makes a first. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. For 3, Allen. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. And here's New York now. Outside Peyton. On the wing, Bryant. Clock at 6. To the inside, Chamberlain. Outside Peyton. Durant against James. Back to Peyton. Pass to James. Fader on the way. No rebound by Atlanta.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And that one drops. Durant's got 5 points.
You got to push Durant farther away than this, or he will make you pay.
Peyton passes to Bryant from outside the arc. Drops in the 3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Pass to Garnett. Back to Johnson. Releases. Second chance shot. It's tipped. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Bryant outside. 3-pointer. O'Neal pulls it in. Allen finds Johnson. And here's Durant. Screen by O'Neal. And that's good. Kevin Durant for 3. Give him 8 points now.
Proof that Durant can strike from anywhere, flexing his range with a deep 3.
Bryant outside for 3. On target from range.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Garnett. Pass to Durant. Puts up a 3. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
And how's this for a response? Durant enjoys coming right back down and delivering the cold-blooded revenge triple.
Now here's Peyton. Trailing by 4. Here's Chamberlain. Now James. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
And for all the attention his offense gets, never question Durant's ability at the defensive end.
A minute and a half left in the first quarter. Shot from the wing. And it's Atlanta scoring again.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Peyton passes to Bryant. 3-pointer, no good.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
The Hawks lead by 6. For 3, Allen. Chamberlain pulls it in. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Here's Payton. New York, no good that time either. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Payton with a steal, and he's all alone. And he lays it in off the breakaway. 23 seconds left in the opening quarter. Durant against James. Here's Durant. He's got 13. Down low. Here's Garnett. Got it up. Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for the Atlanta Hawks. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer for him yet. Back to the game after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Atlanta?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
So on the floor for New York, they've got Kobe Bryant, and it's Chamberlain in at the 5.
Now, that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in. Johnson passes to Garnett. Pass to Durant. The 3. They get it again. Johnson, the layup off target.
It's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
James passes to Payton. Back to James. 6 to shoot. No good. That would have tied it. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Outside Durant. Launches a 3. LeBron with the rebound.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Here's Bryant. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. These are his first free throws of the game.
Kobe Bryant, 2 shots.
That one's off. Good on the second one. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Back to Durant. Durant draws the double to the left wing. Garnett passes to Durant. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. New York trailing. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Payton passes to Bryant. They set the screen. With some arc. Oh, and Johnson with a block. And they're able to recover. Chamberlain gets the bucket. Now Johnson. No points so far. Outside Durant. Durant draws the double. Shot clock at 6. They double team Durant. Allen pass to Durant. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Allen against Payton. Pass to Bryant. And it's blocked. And they recover it. Punching it inside. LeBron. Here's Johnson. Durant with a screen on Payton. Right side Durant. They still need this. A strong finish from KD inside.
Just an aggressive inside play from Durant, pushing past the contact to get a shot.
And he's going for the oop here. For 3, Allen. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. He's scoreless. Allen against Payton. James outside. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Sometimes it's impossible trying to contain LeBron. Have to settle for fouling him and hope that he misses.
At the line for 2.
Both free throws good from James. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, they need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
There's the screen by Johnson. Durant, the pass to Garnett. Now here's O'Neal. 6 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get one up here. Durant for 3. KD, what else would you expect?
Yeah, the single-minded focus of Durant on offense. It's all about getting buckets, no distractions.
Bryant outside. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. He's made one and missed one so far at the line.
Kobe Bryant taking 2 shots.
That one misses. And he's good on the second. There's 45 seconds left in the second period. Pass to Garnett. Durant with it. Here's Garnett. And here's Allen. Covered by Bryant. Just 5 to shoot. Now Durant. And that misses. That would have put him up.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
And here's Bryant. The 3 is up. That shot is off. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. New York out in front. They lead by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
They've got Johnson, and it's Garnett in at the 4. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. Now, here is James. Bryant outside. LeBron. Shoots over Johnson. He got a piece of it. Payton passes to Bryant. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Johnson with the defensive effort. The Hawks trailing. Allen finds Durant. Here's Johnson, covered by Bryant. Back to Durant. For the lead. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Durant's got 20 points. New York calls timeout. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. It's James on the wing. LeBron, attack mode. There's the block. Durant with it. Give him 20. From deep. The Knicks with the rebound. Chamberlain's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Payton passes to Bryant. Here's Duncan. No luck on that one. Johnson with the defensive effort. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. From 9 feet out, the rebound by Duncan. Duncan's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Bryant outside. Buries it from 3. Bryant's got 11 points.
Yeah, elevating his teammates with passes like this. LeBron is all about making his guys better.
Blocked! Fast break, New York. Here's Payton. Oh, and Johnson with a block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson. And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Bryant outside. Six to shoot. Out to James. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant. And now it's a 5-point Knick lead.
Gotta stay up on James or he will go right up with that shot.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. For 3, Allen hits a 3-pointer. Allen's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Using his size to full advantage. He beats everyone to the ball.
Johnson passes to Garnett. 1:35 left in the third. For 3, Durant. And it's New York with a rebound. Chamberlain's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Payton against Johnson. Payton passes to James. Pass to Duncan. It's deflected. We've got 1:08 left in the third. Payton against Johnson. Outside Durant. James with a steal. And here we go, the Knicks in transition. Payton, no good. Payton's gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Pass to Garnett. Here's Durant. Easy money for KD inside.
Oh, he's putting on a scoring clinic, guys. If it wasn't for him, they would not be in this game.
Payton finds James. Shoots over Durant. James, that's good. James has got 5 points now this quarter.
Making it look easy. LeBron just so comfortable from that range.
Johnson against Payton. Here's Johnson. Over Payton. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Knicks out. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th, they've got James, and it's Payton in at the 1. Pass to Allen, pulls up, and right through it goes!
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look for it. Well, he competed for that rebound. You love to see him getting in there and scrapping for the ball.
Johnson with it, guarded by Payton. Garnett passes to Durant. Here's Garnett for 3. Allen. The rebound by Duncan. Duncan's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Now James. And here's Bryant outside. It's hauled in by Garnett. 1 minute in now in the 4th quarter. Durant finds Johnson. Here's Garnett. Pass to Durant to take the lead. Fires in the triple. Now it's a 3-point Atlanta lead.
There's the quick release. KD remarkably fast with the basketball.
Timeout call, Knicks.
Well, he's been off the mark, and it's impacting his team's ability to put points on the board. He needs to reset his approach.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what New York's coach was going over with his guys. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there, now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now, here is James. Shoots over Durant. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. Atlanta leading by 3. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. Here's Garnett. Pass to Allen. 4-3. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Now, here is James. Outside Payton. Back to James. They need this. Payton, no good. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. To the paint. Here's Garnett. The Knicks with the rebound. Chamberlain's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks. New York will retain possession.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Now here's Bryant. Drains the triple.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Here's Garnett. Pass to Durant. Launches it. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. It's on LeBron James. He makes the first of 3, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. He makes the second free throw, and that puts him up 5. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that increases the lead to 6.
Great work at the line under pressure. They're that much closer to putting this game away.
Here's Bryant. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Bryant's got 5 points now this quarter.
Stepping up in the big moment. I mean, an incredible job of finding the shot.
Nice job taking the initiative. Coaches will encourage you to take that if you have a good look.
Durant, no good. Knicks trail by 4. Here's James. Oh, 2 vicious points from the King.
Who else but LeBron could pull that off, keeping his cool and delivering in the clutch.
Here's Durant, and he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Durant's got 30.
And that's big-time stuff from Durant. He loves being the guy to take important shots.
And there's the screen. James passes to Bryant. Oh, and Johnson with a block. Allen against Bryant. Allen can't get it to go. Here's New York. James passes to Duncan. Can't get it to drop.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Here's Durant. And they go to the intentional foul. He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line, and he adds some cushion to their lead.
Timeout called, Knicks. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hayden finds James. Deflected! And that's an intentional foul.
At the line for your Hawks, Magic Johnson taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's an 8-point ball game. There's 21 seconds left in the final quarter. And here's Bryant outside. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. There's 14 seconds left in the game, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
At the line for 2, Magic Johnson.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Durant against James. So it's Atlanta picking up the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or the...
Let's meet the starting five for your Orlando Magic. Starting at shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 3, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. At center, 6'10", number 34, Wendell Carter Jr. At guard, 6'4", number 4, Jalen Suggs. At forward, 6'10", number 22, Ron Wagner. At forward, 6'10", number 5, Paolo Banchero.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Emmanuel quickly out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Barrett at the small forward position. And for the Magic, Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. And it's Carter in at the 5. And what a matchup we have here in the front court ring.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now, here's Quickly. Barnes left side. Back to Quickly. Barnes screen on Suggs. And that one is good.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Now, here's Banchero. Shoots it up. And Pirtle pulls it down. And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Now here's Ingram. Paolo Banchero, unable to get his last shot to go in. Clock at 2. And it's Ingram missing. That's Orlando's ball. Here's Banchero. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And wow, look at the quickness there from Banchero getting the shot up in a hurry.
Barnes looking around. And Barrett now top of the key. Ingram against Caldwell-Pope. And that one's good. Ingram.
Yeah, you know, he's slight of build, lanky and long and athletic, but he still finishes through contact, and he's not afraid to go in there and take the hit either.
Now, here's Suggs. And then Carter with the jam.
I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
I caught up with Coach Jamal Mosley. And their focus on defense, Brandon Ingram. Coach told me Brandon presents unique problems. It's the skill and size combination. You just don't see it too often. Anytime Ingram touches the ball, everyone will be focused on stopping him. Should be a good one tonight, guys.
Thanks, David. Toronto, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Barrett gets it to go.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Suggs passes to Banchero. Over Barnes. And it's Banchero missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Barrett, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Toronto ahead. They're up by 4. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
So for Toronto right now, we've got Walter, and it's Barnes, and at the power forward. To the middle. Here's Shed. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, that's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
And the Raptors with the ball. The Magic getting the bucket. Abaji misses the 3. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Trailing by 2. And Banchero passes to Anthony. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Pass to Shed. Takes it inside. Rebounded by Isaac. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Clark, Cole Anthony is some kind of scorer when he gets hot.
Yeah, he's really special when he gets it going. He can beat you by himself. That's how good he is. He's a little mercurial, up and down, volatile a bit. But I tell you what, I like what he gives you when he's playing at his best.
And he makes the first. Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that. And when it comes to efficiency, Anthony's strongest suit is at the line.
Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And the Raptors miss again.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Anthony kicks to Banchero. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Banchero's got 5 points so far.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
Now here's Ingram. Looking to end the run. Good on the triple. Ingram's got his second bucket.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Poeltl against Carter. Carter sets the pick for Wagner. Some solid defense from Poeltl. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Nice shot by Poeltl.
Hey, when Poeltl gets the rock deep inside, the defense is cooked. Can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
There's the lob to Carter. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, because Carter Jr. is so dynamic athletically, his teammates have a lot of confidence in him finishing the alley-oop.
And here is Ingram. Lets it go with the three. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot. Let's hear it for the participants.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Well, you have to like what we're seeing so far from Paolo Banchero.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Suggs in at the one. That's the group starting the second half for Jamal Mosley. Throughout his career, Clark, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has proven himself to be a quality player.
He certainly has, and I love the way he plays. He's locked in all the time at both ends. Really not only understands his role, Kevin, but embraces it. He's out there to space the floor with his shooting and then provide a lot of energy and versatility on defense.
Now, Banchero. After R.J. Barrett's three-pointer that didn't go. Banchero, good D by Barnes. Raptors trail by 3. In the corner, Barrett with it. Buries the long-range jumper. Barrett's got 5 points so far. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah, you know, aside from some of the player protection rules, which have been a benefit, a lot of it just comes down to what the body can withstand.
And Orlando making a change here. Bitadze's checked in. And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Dance band. Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen, and you show us your best moves. Let's go. Oh, sit down. Let's see those dance moves. Everybody get down.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Wagner passes to Carter. Here's Bitadze, defended by Pirtle. And that one's good, Wagner. Wagner's got his first bucket in this one.
Wagner knows how to handle his business inside, mainly due to how much confidence he brings to the court.
Ingram outside. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Pass to Bitadze. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Suggs against quickly. Now, here's Suggs. He's guarded closely. He's off on that one. Barnes kicks to quickly. Barrett inside the three-point line. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Nice looking shot there from Barrett. You can tell he's confident when he's shooting the ball.
Carter outside. Back to Suggs. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Ingram outside. And that one's good. Barnes has got his second bucket tonight.
Outstanding decision-making by Ingram there, working it to the open man. Really good possession.
Wagner outside. From down in the low post, it goes. Wagner's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Pirtle with a screen on Caldwell Pope. 1 second left. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Raptors lead by 1. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Raptors with the lead. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Paolo Banchero. What's the news there, David?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for Orlando let me know his status. Now, he told me that it's a knee sprain. It's definitely painful, but it's fortunate it wasn't worse. He's definitely out for this game, and they said there's a chance he could miss a few more games as well. We obviously hope it's fewer games, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Hopefully we'll see him very soon. So the Raptors 5 right now. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Ingram is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
And another thing they've been exceptional at is their passing. On-target ball movement has gotten them a lot of assists tonight.
The free throw off from Barnes. Orlando trailing here. Here's Caldwell Pope. Pass to Carter. Caldwell Pope outside. Now Suggs. No good from outside. Ingram outside. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Franz Wagner.
Well, you combine his athleticism with his length and his skill set. The versatility of Ingram is hard to guard against.
Drops Gets the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
You know, Ingram is quiet about the work he puts in after practice and before games. This is a guy who just never stops trying to improve, though, and that's shown up in how he's grown as a player.
And so both free throws are good. It's a 3-point game.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. He loves what they're doing in the paint. He said, if they're not stopping us, keep doing it. Keep going after it down low. So they'll keep pounding it inside. Guys?
Thank you, David. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Pass to Carter. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
When they get it to Carter Jr. down low, it's normally a fruitful trip.
Now Ingram. It's hauled in by the Magic. And Wagner drives in, and the shot goes in. And the Magic lead by 1.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And it's Ingram missing. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Down low. Here's Carter. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Toronto, they've gone 104 since the end of the third quarter. Ingram against Carter. Quickly with a wide open look. Laces one from 3.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Now, here's Wagner. It falls! A huge shot to tie it up.
The young fella taking charge of the situation. Wagner gets the clutch bucket for his team. How sweet is that?
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page.
4-7.
Ingram against Caldwell Pope. Takes the 13-footer. No good on that one.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here.
It's time to get up and get wild.
And it's the Raptors' ball. Ingram outside.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
The line for two.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he drops them both. It's a two-point ball game.
Now, that's how you capitalize at the line. As long as they play good defense, I think they should have this win locked up.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
I don't think they should get greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Wagner. Ends with a big win by Toronto in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
On the floor for the visiting Detroit Pistons. At guard, Tim Hardaway Jr. At forward, Tobias Harris. At forward, Ausar Thompson. At center, David Durham. At guard, Cade Cunningham. The head coach of the visiting team is J.B. Bickerstaff. At forward, 6'8", number 10, Zachary Rizasek. In the middle, 6'10", number 17, Onyeka At guard, 6'7", number 5, Dyson Daniels. At forward, 6'8", number 1, Jay Paxson. At guard, 6'1", number 11,
Welcome, everyone. What better way to end the weekend than the NBA on 2K Sports? Hi, folks. Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Tim Hardaway is out there with Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. And for the Hawks, Rizasek and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the center position. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
So the Hawks will get the first possession. Pass to Daniels. To the wing on the left. Clock at 6. Duren with the rebound. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Detroit. And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won one NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because their team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era. A solid three-point marksman. Harris has that inside-outside offensive game.
Young, the pass to Okongwu. Here's Daniels. Here's Rizasek. Pass to Daniels. The Hawks need to get one up here. Young takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Great job by Young there, not settling for a jumper and getting that ball close in.
Thompson outside. Duren up top, guarded by Okongwu. Here's Cunningham. And Young pulls it down. Here's Atlanta with the ball. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the first. Cunningham with some nice D. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
And Allie, thanks. On the wing, Daniels. Defended by Hardaway. Daniels, that one's true.
So strong at the rim. That'll serve Daniels well here in this league.
And J.V. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Atlanta making some changes here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Niang comes in for Daniels, and Levert subbed in for Young. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Duren with a screen on Levert. Schroeder finds Duren. Now Beasley. And the 10-footer finds the target.
Got a feeling that Beasley's role out there is to score. He did it that time.
20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Throws it up high. The rebound by Detroit.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
With one on the clock. And Rizachet gets it to go.
This takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Atlanta on top, leading by 1. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. We've got Asar Thompson. Ivy's out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Isaiah Stewart, and it's Beasley in at the 3 slot. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Here's Ivy. After the Hawks picking up a basket just moments ago. Over Rizachet. Capella with a rebound. The Hawks lead by 3. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Here's Rizachet. The rebound by Detroit.
He lacks defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Beasley, pass to Ivy. Step back shot. Boy, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Just finding room to go to work inside. Ivy really relies on his physical abilities to get a close-range shot.
LeVert, a screen on Ivy. To the middle. And LeVert with a bucket on the assist from Rizachet. LeVert's got 4 points now in the quarter. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Attention fans, now in the court, it's your house squad. Get loud and let them hear you. Who wants a free t-shirt? You know what to do, right? Make some noise.
Pistons will go for a different look here. Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Harris comes in for Thompson. Hardaway's checked in for Beasley. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Schroeder. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in, and six-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate, and they've swayed the outcome of games.
The Hawks lead by 3. Inside. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Trae Young not afraid to make passes like that. Great vision.
Outside Hardaway. Cunningham looking it over. Duren with a screen on Young. And here's Cunningham outside. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Harris. Pass to Hardaway. And here's Cunningham. Shoots over Young. And it's Cunningham missing.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Outside Young. Here's the pick. Outside Johnson. The 3. That is Trae's shot. The 3.
If you're going to allow Trae to squeeze off a 3, he's going to squeeze hard.
Cunningham outside. Duren with a screen on Young. There's Cunningham with a 3. The shot off that time. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Atlanta on top. They're up by 5. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder. And, Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk, and not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports. second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
You know, I'm not really sure what defenders can do to slow him down. He's just too skilled.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
Well, if the Pistons are going to turn things around, Brent, it needs to start on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's part of it, BA. It's not surprising that they've been in the bottom 5 defensively over the past couple years, and that's what happens when you pile up a bunch of young players who want to prove themselves, and by proving themselves, it usually starts on the offensive end. We'll see if these guys being together start to take some pride in stopping their opponents.
Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels, and it's Risacher in at small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And Atlanta with possession here after the Pistons picking up a basket just moments ago. 5 on the clock. Fearless Trae Young.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit, trailing by 5. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. It's rebounded by Risacher. Well, the Hawks shooting great, 62% for the field and continuing to get it done. Young, not going to go that time.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but it's like plenty of room.
Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
Now here's Young. Here's Risacher. Over Duren. Risacher, no good.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Harris misses. Duren with the bucket.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Young finds Okongwu. Now here's Young. Takes the 3. And it's Harris with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Knocked away. Pass to Cunningham. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. No good with a layup. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
One shot.
Man, Brent, when Trae Young is on the floor, his teams put up ridiculous offensive numbers. What makes Trae a difference maker?
Well, I think Trae's relentlessness as an offensive player is hard to defend. I mean, he is so quick with the basketball. He gets into the teeth of the defense and causes so many problems, BA. He sometimes has those stretches where he becomes an offense unto himself.
Inside, it's Trae Young. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Beasley, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And the agility on Beasley's drive, really tough for the defense to deal with.
And here's Young. 10 points for him. There's the 3. That one is off. And we've reached the end of the third. The Hawks on top. They're up by 4. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. A moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. Tim Hardaway is out there with Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. Now here's Cunningham. And Harris throws it down.
That's a strong finish from Tobias Harris.
The Hawks leading. Pass to Rizache. Now Young. Okongwu, a screen on Cunningham. There's Young with the 3. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point.
It's dance time! Get ready to dance like everyone watching! Turn me on! Let's see the move! Look at the move!
To catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey team, I was able to catch the message that J.B. Bickerstaff was giving to his team. He told his team, once you grab the rebound, run with the ball. Don't give them a single second to catch their breath. We control the pace of this game, not them. Guys, expect the pace to pick up.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Harris finds Hardaway. Here's Cunningham. Oh, Cade powers it in.
And how about Cade just pushing through that time to finish it off?
The Hawks lead by 3. Pass to Rizache. Back to Young. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Daniels. 6 on the shot clock. There's the screen by Johnson. He goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, slick play call by Daniels. Pick and rolls give him room to operate, and he does not waste it at all. Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Young against Cunningham. Atlanta with the rebound. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Young. Cunningham with some nice D. Pistons trail by 5. And here is Thompson. Back to Cunningham. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
The drive to be great is something that Cade Cunningham quietly possesses. He has all the tools to be a very special player.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker.
And Cunningham with that #1 selection, lots of expectations for him. So a steep learning curve to get to the level that he wants to play at. But he's got a great work ethic, and He's going to give you his best effort every night.
And he does get the second one. And that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth. There's Young with the 3, and it's Young again missing. Cunningham against Young. Outside Hardaway, takes a 3, and he sinks it. And that one brings him within 1.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Trey, quick on the take. Yes!
That is why Trae Young has the ball.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game.
Here they are. Go. 4.
There's 25 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Cunningham. It falls! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings him within 1. Here's Young, and they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the fourth, and he commits the intentional foul.
2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, important there to have the 3-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
And it's good, and that one brings them within 1.
And Cade Cunningham stepping up in a big moment for this squad.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Dyson Daniel. 2 shots.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And no luck that time either. Cunningham outside. Shoots over Okongwu. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. So it's a narrow victory for the Hawks, pulling it out for the W. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Well, Trey, leadership is such a key part of the point guard position. What's your focus in living up to that?
I'm a big guy and building team chemistry, so any chance I can, go bowling, hang out with these guys, build chemistry, and I think that's where it starts off the court. That translates on.
Bowling, that's something I haven't done in a while. Thanks for the inspiration.
Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for tuning in. And we present the player of the game, Trae Young.
And just a minute or two here for the players to get warmed up before the start of the game. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. Preparing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. And it's Collier in at the point. And for Memphis, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the 3. RJ, this could be a battle won in the trenches. Each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Collier. Morant with some nice D. Drills the baseline jumper.
Can't lay off of Morant. When he's roaming around that mid-range area, you know he's ready to lock in.
After earning the number 2 seed in the 2023 playoffs, Richard, last season was a lost year because of all those injuries and other things in Memphis.
John Morant only played 9 games last year. Desmond Bane missed half the year. Marcus Smart out. The Grizzlies still have a lot of young talent and a very bright future.
Now, here's Bane. After Colin Sexton's miss, Bane kicks to Jackson. Unloads from 13. And it's John Collins with the rebound.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
On the wing, Markkanen. Kicks it out to Collins. Bangs home the trifecta.
And you love how instant Collins' shot can be. Gets a pass and wastes no time in releasing it.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." And Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Here's Morant. After the basket by Utah. To the paint, here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
A big target with good hands. Jackson doing damage in the pick and roll.
Outside Collins. Sexton on the wing. Goes up the baseline, and Utah again with the bucket.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Collier. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Morant scanning the floor. To the right side. Here's Wells. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. It's a tie game in Memphis. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Jaren Jackson is out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Pippen. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Kennard in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. The Grizzlies making a change here. Wells is checked in. Now Pippen outside Jackson. Pass to Clark. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Clark's got the lead up to 2 now for Memphis.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Now, here's Markkanen. Still scoreless. A shot by Clarkson, no good. His leads have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Clarkson against Kennard. Here's Jackson. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
There's some grown man points there by Jackson Jr.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
It's time for dance time. If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us the move. Show us the move. Next time, it's all good. Ball dancing.
Some changes here for the Grizzlies. Baines checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. Jazz trail by 4. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody. Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And something that every NBA player has now that maybe they didn't a couple years ago, RJ, their own personal trainer.
Well, it's just a beautiful investment of your own resources back into your body. I love that players are hiring chefs, dietitians, sleep aides, and the teams are hiring them. I love every aspect of that.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season